There's a whole complexity of dynamics that occur in relationships. And that's why it's so difficult. It is the most challenging relationship we will ever have, as a human being. A lot of people opt not to have any committed partnerships because it's so difficult, and what we do when we are assessing a couple, we are looking at it from different categories: yellow, blue, red flags, and green flags. Green flags are positive relationship behaviors. But, you know, couples start out in love. We have yet to meet a couple that wasn't in love on their wedding day. But somewhere along the way, what happens is that they start demonstrating behaviors, protecting themselves, guarding themselves, not being vulnerable because they don't want to be hurt. That risk of being abandoned and rejected is something that grows over time as you are with a person, as you invest more and more in the relationship. So, couples start to do their little dance of coping mechanisms and protecting themselves from having that happen. And so the problems that occur in the beginning, they start to grow and start to increase over time. So they go from yellow flags, which are behaviors of not investing in the relationship, to blue flags. And that's where maybe they start withholding, they start keeping secrets, they start doing things that are putting the relationship into a code blue. And then if it continues to grow and escalate, they can get into red flags, where now they start doing some behaviors that are really, detrimental, and damaging to the relationship.
Gotcha. Are people, and obviously people are coming to you guys when you do this assessment in different stages of these flags, as you referred to them. Are people identifying that they're having marital problems, and that's where they are then reaching out to you guys?
Yeah, there are certain questions that we ask, that gives us an understanding of the health of the relationship and kind of what category they fall into. If someone is in a red flag category, that requires a very different type of approach than someone who is falling in a yellow flag category.
One of the important things is that people feel the secondary emotions much quicker. Those are the protective emotions of anger, frustration, anxiety, and they want to fix that. But that's not the problem. That's just the light on the dashboard. What's underneath are the more vulnerable emotions: hurt, sadness, fear. And that's the place where you can heal stuff, but they're not aware of that. And so they want to fix what we call the issue. The issue is, I want my house clean and you leave dishes in the sink, whatever that is. Well, we had this one couple we were working with. It was really interesting. We were talking with him about why that was so important to him, the dishes, and what did he learn as a child. And his life experience, when he was 5 years old, his mother passed away and left behind a father and 2 other boys. So the house went from being organized to chaos. And so his way of coping with that was to go around and straighten things up instead of the grief that he was not expressing and nobody in the house was expressing. And so it's that kind of thing, that there's these connections back to life events that haven't been tended to. And we don't really know that there's that connection, that the dishes in the sink meant something really horrible might happen.
Yeah.